Hey there, Plumper here with a skill tree recommendation for Gaige, the Mechromancer class of Borderlands 2. I had so much fun making the other vids that I figure I have to make one for this class. Just so you know, I haven't been able to play Gaige yet, so this is my best guess. Looking quickly at the ordered chaos tree over here, it has something to do with anarchy points that you can build up. And if you look here, killing an enemy or fully emptying your gun's magazine while in combat grants you a stack of anarchy. So anarchy lets you hurt things more, and I'm sure that's fun. And an alternate build might be focusing on ordered chaos, but the main reason I'm going to be playing Gaige is because she's a Mechromancer, and you get a special ability called Death Trap, which is your pet robot. So I'm making a build that will seem as fun as possible to play with your pet robot Death Trap. I also pick things that are active all the time and not just sometimes or rarely. And I also pick things that seem to be the most fun and actually make you participate in them throughout the game. So again, I'm not saying this is the best build. This is just a survey suggestion for a very fun build. Let's go through the best friends forever tree because I want to get to sharing is caring, which lets you clone your shield onto your Death Trap, no doubt letting him do a lot more damage and being able to use them more. And also, I always try to go for skills that reduce your cooldown, so you can have your special ability more often and increase the duration of your special ability. We need we need to build some points up early on in the first level. Close enough. If you miss, you have a chance of your bullets ricocheting. If you research enough points there, it's a pretty good shot. Even if you miss, you still might hit the person. And not only that, you get a bonus to the damage when you hit the person. Cooking up trouble. I think this is pretty good. I've noticed in Borderlands 2, getting health in the early levels is kind of annoying. So this is something you can research early on. While your gun's magazine is full, you generate health. There's nothing more annoying than being in between missions and running from one mission to another and not starting off the new battle with full health. So this seems like a good way to just get health early on in the game. Highly recommend that. Fancy mathematics. I was kind of torn between potent as a pony, which increases your maximum health for you and your Death Trap, and fancy mathematics, which is a shield augmentation. I'm going for shields because eventually I'm going to have the dual shields down here, and shields are something that, again, early on in the game can recharge much more readily than health. Also, while you're fighting, it'll be harder to keep your gun's magazine full, so increasing your ability to recharge your shield faster once it depletes, and having that recharge rate be faster to get it back to full seems really important. Death Trap ability on Buck Up restores the shields of one ally. 100%. I must assume that if there are no allies with you, it'll also work on you, but I don't know that yet. So leave a comment if you know otherwise. But again, special ability, let's go get that. By the time you do that, you have enough points to get the Upshot Robot skill. While Death Trap is active, if you or Death Trap kill an enemy, it increases Death Trap's duration. You also get some melee bonuses there. Again, anything that increases the duration of my special ability, I approve. Once you've researched these points, you'll be able to get this Explosive Clap. Your robot deals explosive damage in front of them, so that seems fun. So of course I'm going to get that, and it adds more damage to your robot. Made of sterner stuff. I only put 4 points. You might see I spread the points out here and here. That was so I could get to these bonus points, which only take 1. Also get to the end of the tree and then get me far enough along this tree later in life that I still can get the points where I want. So if you're wondering why I have 4 out of 5 points there, that's why I'm doing that. Made of sterner stuff. You're kind of forced to research through all these to get to the end. It still seems cool. You and Death Trap gain damage reduction, so that makes you stronger, and all damage against all damage types, which is great, and you get bonus melee damage. Perfect all around. 20% cooler. This is decreasing the cooldown rate, which lets you deploy your special ability more often. That's something I'll always go for. Seems great. And of course, you get down to the bottom. You have a shield, and your Death Trap has a shield. Great. Now, another thing that seems fun, and this was a perk for the SIREN in the original game and also in Borderlands 2, you increase the chance of proccing elemental damage. So let's go for that, because that makes sense based on these points down below. Shock Storm. Killing an enemy with a critical hit causes an electrical storm. And I think that's fun because it encourages you to get a crit more often instead of just going guns blazing. So it's something that you can... it's a mini game within the game. Yes, every time I get a crit, I'm going to make an electrical storm, and it rewards you for playing better. So I like that. You'll also get this Death Trap ability with this point. the store, Deathtrap fires a laser beam and sweeps it across the battlefield, dealing burn damage and possibly igniting enemies. Of course, since we're researching so many points in our robot friend, this sounds like a very fun perk, and I'd like to just see it working. You'll also be able to get shock and awe. Obviously, shock and awe. Reloading your gun causes an electrical explosion, damaging nearby enemies. It seems that you have to reload a lot. I reload a lot in Borderlands 2, so it seems like something that'll happen quite a bit. I don't know, that seems like too much, something that'll happen too much, but whatever. Now, since you have all of these bonuses to electricity, you need to start researching a few points down here so you can get up to here. So I threw points into electrical burn. Since I'm going to be electrocuting people so much, and I have the ability to proc electrocute if I'm using a shock weapon, the electrical burn perk lets you also deal burn damage to people potentially when you electrocute them. Also seems pretty fun. 1-2 boom. This perk tells Deathtrap to shoot out orbs of energy, and when they're near an enemy you can shoot them and they will go off much like a shock grenade. And again, to me, it's a game within a game, so it's something else to do to keep your mind occupied. So not only are you playing, but you're looking for these orbs, and you can get bonus electrocute damage. And this last perk here that I put the rest of my points in, now you can put more points in here if you want to take away some of the single points here, here and there. But Wires Don't Talk increases all shock and electrocute damage that you inflict. Since we're researching so much into shock damage all over the place, it only makes sense to be able to pack the most punch with your electrical damage. If you go down to these other trees, make it sparkle, you can shoot elemental damage at Deathtrap, and then his melee damage then becomes that damage. It doesn't seem that cool to me, but yeah, you can rearrange your points for that, I suppose. And I gotta admit, I just don't really understand the with claws perk. I'll have to just play and get enough points to do that. I'll have to play with this anarchy thing before I go there. But this seems like a very fun build if you're going to be playing just to have fun with the robot, and you like, as Jesse would say, setting people on blue or electrocuting people. So there's my recommendation for Gaige, the Mechromancer class in Borderlands 2. Please like the video if you appreciate it. Share it if you think someone else will get a kick out of it. And check out my other skill tree videos as well. Here's annotations for all of them. I've been gameplaying with Jesse, so if you want to see multiplayer gameplay, please click the annotation to get there. Subscribe to the channel, and if you have a different build, please feel free to describe it in the comments, or send me a Twitter or Facebook post so I can see your build and potentially try it out. Thank you so much for watching. Plump Runner.